So hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd do a latest favourites video today. So if you want to see what I've been doing recently, then keep watching. I've got a few things that I've just felt really passionate about recently, and I used to do favourites videos pretty much every month. So if you would like me to get back into doing them, let me know in the comments down below, because I love making them and love watching them, and I don't know how I've gotten out of the habit. But I'm going to start with probably like beauty and skincare, because a lot of my favourite things tend to be in that category, and then I'll move on to all of the other random little bits afterwards. So I think first things first, I'm going to start with this product. Now a few of these have been sent to me. I'll make it really clear when they have been and when they haven't, this, that and the other, but somehow I've gotten on Bobbi Brown's list, and I don't know if it's a mistake, but I'm very happy about it. And they sent this new collection, and they're called Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks. And I opened them up, and there was like a bright coral one, which is beautiful actually. Then there was a really deep dark rich plum, and then there was this shade, which is blushed rose. And I think when you look at it in the pan, you're probably going to think what I did, which was, oh, it's like a kind of like reddy brown colour. But honestly, I tried it out because it was kind of, I like warm tones on me, and it was kind of the warmest one out of the three that wasn't like orangey coral. So I thought, I'm just gonna try it out. So I applied it onto my cheeks, and I've got it on today. And you can also like stick it on the lips, but the colour of it, let me check I've done that right. The colour of it is that kind of sun-kissed look. I don't want to say like sunburn because, you know, SPF, but you know, that kind of warm, rosy, flushed glow, and it's beautiful. And because it's a cream product, it blends like a dream, but it also is quite like glowy, and I feel like at this time of year it is stunning, and it's been the one that I have reached for constantly at the moment. And the fact that I can put it on my lips and have that continuity from like cheeks and lips is just amazing, and I've never really had a product like this before. It's so good. I love Bobbi Brown anyway. The vitamin enriched face base is just beautiful. So the next product is this, and it's the Pink Honey BFF face frosting. I have fudge glaze, and when I first got this, and it's huge by the way, it's a big pan of product, I like tried it out, and I don't think it was ashy enough for me because I wanted it as a contour. But at the moment I've been kind of embracing more of like a natural look, like on my skin. Let's come up close for a second. It isn't contour that I've done, I've just warmed up the outer edges of my face with like bronzer. It's very glowy, and these lights will make it look glowier than what it is though. I've just really been enjoying it for warming up my look. And it's really good if you have like a day-to-day foundation that you use, say for like 60-70% of the year, but then when you catch a bit of colour it's not quite right, because you can warm your face back up again with this. And I just kind of buff it into the skin, and I suppose this do still hit the kind of contour angles, but it's just less like harsh, if you know what I mean. But I've really been enjoying that. I just picked it up again and thought I would start using it, and then thought, oh actually I understand what the hype is about now. Next up, I don't necessarily have to just champion this mascara, it's more just brown mascara in general. And I think for years, if you look through my old videos, there's one consistent thing with my makeup, and I've always worn black liquid eyeliner and like had quite thick lashes. I have long lashes, but they're quite fair, so I really like to like make them fuller and thicker when I do my makeup, and I've always done that. But I just kind of on a whim decided to try the new Too Faced Better Than Sex chocolate mascara. This is my second one. It has pretty much dried out. It is a fantastic mascara, but I'm not really just strictly recommending this. What I am recommending is trying a brown over a black. especially as we are, speaking for people of a similar age to me, we're getting older. I'm not saying that I won't wear black and I don't wear black, but it's somehow feeling a little bit harsher on me than it used to. I don't know if that's just because my preference in makeup has changed, or I'm changing and my face is aging and looking different, but I just prefer this on me day to day. Don't get me wrong, like I wore black and I wore false eyelashes at James and Nikki's wedding, which was amazing, by the way, and I'll wear it on like nights out and stuff, but I just feel like it's softer, but I still get that thickness there. B, it's really making my green eyes pop, which I'm appreciating a lot. And I don't think there is a C, I just like it. But I really, really recommend just giving it a go. This is actually dried out, so I think I've ordered the L'Oreal Ecstatic, is it, or something like that. But a brown version to try, because this is pretty much dried out. Okay, so next up we're going to go for skincare. This first one, again, I have, in fact I'll show you them together because then I can just get these two out of the way. These were sent to me separately. I get like PR packages now from Garnier, which is amazing because I like use their stuff already, so it's really, really nice to try their new launches or stuff that maybe I just haven't tried before. So they sent me a variation of facial sunscreens, and I have the spray one, which is great. I tend to put that in my bag, you know, like when you're topping up on the go, or you're just feeling, you know, you can feel the sun on your skin a bit much, you can feel it, can't you? But the one that I'm tending to put on before I've done my makeup is this one, and it's looking a bit grubby and worse because we've been using it constantly as a family. But this is the Garnier Ambre Solaire Invisible Serum. It's Super UV factor 50, and because it's a serum, I do find like it's less heavy, it goes into the skin so nicely. The kids have been using it. There's a radiator near my desk, and I lay the sun cream out at night, the night before, while it's warm, so it's there ready to go and we don't forget, or you know, we're not looking for it in the morning when we're in a rush. And they've all been putting this on too, and I just really rate it. And it's like accessible, it's affordable, it's something that anyone can really pick up anywhere, because this brand is stocked in a lot of supermarkets and stuff, and I really like that. The main reason why I really enjoy it is because it doesn't break me out, and sun SPFs, as much as I like want to protect my skin, I'll try them out, and it's usually the really expensive ones are great and I don't get any issue, but they're expensive, or then others just break me out and I don't like, it's uncomfortable then because you're trying to protect your skin but you're causing a breakout at your skin in the same time, and it's just really frustrating. But that, really, really like that. And then another product of theirs, this is my backup. You can see I've not used this one yet. They sent me one and I liked it that much that I bought this one and another one. I think it was on offer, it looked fantastic for a tenner, and that's what I tan with. And like, this tan is fake, but I don't know if you can see, I don't think it looks super fake. It is so nice because it's a clear mousse. There's no like, I love a guide colour, don't get me wrong, and you can kind of put it on and then you're kind of faking it till you're making it a bit because you've still got a bit of colour there, but you still do get transfer with guide colour. Some of the guide colour can look a bit muddy or too green toned or too like orangey red toned, which isn't always a great look, I don't find. But this one is, it goes on clear, but you can kind of tell where you've put it just by the sheer sensation. I'm a well-versed self-tan, so I feel really comfortable with it. It's a vegan formula and it's got coconut water in, and I will say a lot of fake tans really dry my skin out, but this doesn't. And considering it's like what I would class as a drugstore brand and a bit more affordable than some, I really rate this and I really think you should give it a try. But don't buy all of them though, because I want more, because it's really good. But that is the last of the things that have been sent to me. It's very rare for me to include stuff that has been sent, but equally at the same time, I've been obsessed with those 3 products, but now everything else I've purchased myself. The next product is an oldie but a goodie for me that I've kind of rediscovered. So I'm obsessed with skincare these days. I just get so excited about it. I have a routine. I'm always adding to things and, you know, switching things around, seeing how they're working. And I'm really, really happy with my skin at the moment. And like, obviously I have makeup on, but I just think that it's looking healthier than it has done in a long time. I'm always going to have dark circles because they are genetic on me, and then obviously I don't sleep the greatest, but the texture of it is really, really nice. I used to have a lot of under the skin kind of lumps and bumps there, like cystic acne, and some would surface and some would like get a head on and this, that and the other. And I used to have a fair bit of congestion on my nose, but with the products I've been using and stuff, I just feel like the texture has completely changed. I'm just really, really loving some of my products. Like, I mean, I love all of them. I've mentioned some before. If you would like an updated skincare routine of what I'm using at the moment, bearing in mind, like, I am switching things out and changing things and just enjoying using products, then let me know, because I'd actually really like to do a video like that. But this, I started using it ages ago in lockdown. No, it was before that. It was 2019, and I loved it. But you know when you get sucked into trying other things, and then I've come back to it now and I realise why I love it so much, because my skin is so much happier since I've started using it. I was trying like Release, and I like Weleda Skin Food, which is great, you know, for the drier months, you know, winter, when your skin's very dry and needs a little bit of extra moisture. But I'd also been finding it was too heavy recently, and I've gone back to this, and it's just fantastic. So it's a CeraVe moisturising lotion, and it is just wonderful. It's a huge tub, really big tub, great for all the family. My kids can use this on their face. It's really, really gentle, beautifully formulated, super nourishing. It says it's for dry to very dry skin, and I don't really think that that is a guidance of who can and can't use it, because I'm not very, very dry. My skin just really likes it. And it also has ceramides and hyaluronic acid in, and you can get it from so many different places, and even Amazon stocks it, so it's really worth giving it a go. If you're looking for a moisturiser that can just do the job, that isn't too thick, that soaks in nicely, that it may look simple, but it is perfection. And then another skincare thing, this is new. Now, I can't believe I'm getting so much better now, but with skincare, obviously, you can use like acids and you know, retinols and all these different things, and you probably, when you start, at least like I did, I was really, really confused. And what really got me into all of this was Skin and Me, who I worked with last year now, and it got me so intrigued, and I started off with that. And I think when you're starting, it's fantastic. They brought out some more skincare range now, which I think I might try at some point, but I need to use everything up that I've got first. But I've just got to a point where I now really kind of understand what these things are doing. And I think previously, a lot of us, me included, I was just buying things and like buying them because people said they were good and not really understanding why or what they did. So really, really popular acid that you'll probably hear about a lot is and it's a BHA, and that will be the Paula's Choice BHA exfoliant, the 2% one, I think it is. And I've been using that quite a lot. And the difference generally is that you've got BHA, which typically will be better for like breakouts, like acne, and they basically work on breaking down like the initial layer of your skin and letting like fresher the newer skin come through, and they can help with like unclogging pores quite deeply and things like that. So BHA is great for that, really, really good. But then AHA is, to my understanding anyway, better for more anti-aging and the brightness and the fullness of your skin. So I've been trying this out. So this is the Ren Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. And I mentioned this on Instagram the other day. It reminds me of Ready Steady Cook, that name. But this is a lactic acid, and it also has willow bark and azelaic acid as well. So it's designed to exfoliate your skin, help cell renewal, and add like a brightness back into your skin, and I really have noticed a difference. So I wouldn't use them side by side on the same day if you have both or want to try both, because I do still get like congestion on my nose, which my Paula's Choice would be better for than this. So what I would do if you are using them, use this one day and then use like a BHA the next. But again, if you want me to do an in-depth like skincare routine, I will gladly show you. But this, I've had it, it's like, so it was full and then I've got it down to here now. This I just love. I've already noticed a difference in my skin, and it's been funny because I've been makeup free the last like few days because I wasn't feeling very well. I tend not to want makeup on my face when I'm not very well, and even at school pickup when I've been feeling like death, people have been telling me that my skin looks really good, and I feel like normally people go, oh, you don't look well. So that was kind of a testimony to that, I think, because I've reintroduced these back into my routine, or like added this one at the same time. And I feel like together they're doing a really good job, so I really recommend them. I need to stop talking about skincare now because otherwise it will turn into a skincare video. Mega Babe, if you have thighs that just love each other so much and they just want to exist and rub each other all day, then you need this. I will remind you that having thighs that touch and not having a thigh gap is not an indication of your weight or your worth or your health or your fitness. Some of us genetically just do not have thigh gap. I have never had a thigh gap in all of my years of life. I'm a curvy girl and my thighs just are besties. But to alleviate any friction, because even best friends fight, this is amazing. I've mentioned it before, it's an anti-friction stick. This is a new one that came today. That's how much I love it. But you roll it up, it's like a roll on. It's got aloe and vitamin E, and I'm trying to read it on the back, other stuff. But it looks like that, and you rub it on your skin and it is just so good. It's so smooth and it lasts ages without having like that weird thick kind of texture, you know, when you know you've got something on your skin. And I absolutely love it. Now I don't really get much of an issue with my legs until it gets really hot, and I'm assuming that's because you get all like hot and bothered, don't you? But I always have this in my bag if I'm wearing like a dress or it's summer. It's just always in there. It is brilliant. It will change your life. And personally speaking, I do have some snag tights and things like that, which are great, but if I can, I would rather not have another layer because it's hot enough. Do you know what I mean? So I prefer that myself. But snag tights are great, and I do tend to like keep those as well. They're quite nice for when it gets colder and you're wearing dresses and stuff. So that was all the skincare stuff. Next up, I'm going to talk about a bra, or a brand of bra. Here's one of my bras. She's cute, isn't she? And I used to wear this brand all the time, and then I think getting into, I think it was having Daisy and Stanley, you know, when you just have like two children quite quickly after the other, and then you're hardly back in normal bras until you're in like, you know, maternity bras or like breastfeeding or expressing bras. I'm holding my boobs way too much. So I don't feel like I've properly measured myself or looked after my boob health very well in terms of support for a while. But I was just getting so annoyed with the bras that I had because they weren't fitting right. And I have, as part of my syndrome, I have something called an extended sternum, which as a woman you probably wouldn't notice too much because I have breasts that kind of cover it. But that can be quite tricky for me because my cleavage will kind of sit either side of my extended sternum. So I can find it quite hard to find like a bra that will fit comfortably and well. And also I have a bigger bust, but my band size is fairly small. It's not like tiny, but I'm a 36E at the moment, and I would normally, I think when I've been a bit smaller, I was like a 34 double D, that kind of thing. But basically this brand is called Freya, and the first time I properly got my boobs measured when I was in university, like as a woman, I suppose, one of the bras and the brands that was suggested to me at the time was a Freya one, and I bought it and I wore it to death. I loved it that much, and that's kind of what got me on the path. But then I was getting so frustrated with the ones I had, I was like, right, I'm going to go back to Freya. So I got this one, which I really like, a pretty bra, and it does have underwire, and you do see a bit of nip through this, but I kind of like it. It makes me feel sexy, not gonna lie. It's a gorgeous mint green colour. I like to have a bit of fun with my underwear, but the support that it gives me, because these have extra side support, so you see here there's like extra fabric and extra boning almost. It just gives you a bit of a push, which is nice when you've got bigger boobs. And then the one that I have on, I don't want to like be inappropriate on here, this is this one, and this is more of like a thicker cut, which I like in these dresses, because you know, like when your nipples are more friendly than you are, and like if it's a bit cold, I don't want to draw attention to them, do you know what I mean? But this is really cute. It's got a little lemon yellow strap, and then like a pinky lilac-y cup, and then in the middle here you've got a little bow, but it's so comfy. I don't know the exact names of them. No, it doesn't say. No, we've not got anything on there, but I will try and link these down below, because I think if you are a similar cup size to me, or you just have generally like a larger bust, or just want a really good bra recommendation, I'm trying to sit back down again, I would really recommend Freya, because I've been loving them. This is going to be the longest video. You can tell I've not done one in a while, so I'm going to whiz through it now. Next thing that I want to mention is this. Oh my gosh, you know how I love nice smells, and I'm really into my laundry and my detergents and stuff, and I would like to try the new ones. I went back to this the other day, and I just felt like, how could I have left this behind? The amount of compliments I get on our clothes smelling nice. My friends always say that my kids' clothes smell amazing, and what do I use? And it's just this, and I think the scent is like honey and something flower, but it's beautiful. I always get the Outdoorable because it's amazing, and I get the matching fairy, so it's the fairy Outdoorable, like non-bio one, but the scent is stunning. And because this is kind of what a lot of us would use with newborns, it's kind of like takes you back to that time of just having a little babber again, and like it's like a nostalgic smell, if you know what I mean. And then finally, on to entertainment. So the first thing, I've got two things called The Maid. We're watching The Maid on Netflix. Mark and I am really enjoying that. I started watching it on my own, and then I kind of felt like, oh no, I think he'd like this too, so he's watching it with me now, and we both really like that. So I definitely recommend it. It basically follows a really challenging, like, and sad at times story of a single mother and her quest to like add more stability and security back into her and her daughter's life, and it's a beautiful watch. Really good if you've not already seen it. And then the second thing is this book called The Maid by Nita Prose. She's a Sunday Times bestseller. This is kind of like a whodunit thrillery-esque type thing, and it follows a maid who works in a hotel, and there's been a murder, but it lightly touches on, because it's written from her point of view, but I think very quickly you come to understand that she may have something like autism, because she thinks differently and the way she responds and reacts is very different. But there's a real chain of events to it, and you don't really understand what's going on. And then even at the end, when you've worked it all out, there's like kind of the ending is just like, whoa, okay. So I would definitely I would definitely read that if you like that kind of book genre. And then finally, Happy Place by Emily Henry. I read this when I went to Madrid, and I took this with me on the flight when I went there with Duracell, which was the most amazing experience. And it was so nice to just be able to read a book on a flight in peace. I really enjoyed it, and this was cracking. I don't want to like ruin it for you, but I'll read what the blurb is and you can, you know, decide if it's for you. So Harriet and Wynne are the perfect couple. They go together like bread and butter, gin and tonic, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Every year they take a holiday from their lives to drink far too much wine with their favourite people in the world. Except this year they are lying through their teeth because Harriet and Wynne broke up 6 months ago and they still haven't told anyone. But the cottage is for sale, so this is the last time that they'll all be here together. They can't bear to break their friend's heart, so they'll fake it for one more week. But how can you pretend to be in love and get away with it in front of the people you know best? It sounds like it's going to be a really simple, fluffy book, but it's actually really quite beautiful, and I really enjoyed it. And you know, I read so much on the flight there that when I was there, I didn't want to read too much in any downtime that I had because I was saving it for the flight back. And then I finished it on the flight back and I was gutted because then I was playing games on my phone instead. But it was so good, and I almost thought, like, do I just like leave it somewhere in the airport so someone else can read it? But I brought it home so I could show you, and now I'm going to pass it on to a friend, I think. But it's really worth a read. I really like Emily Henry's books, and I do have book lovers as well, so I might read that next. But really good author, like her, and I do like the book designs as well, they're pretty cool. But that is everything, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've got any favourites or any suggestions you might have for me. Books, love my skincare, love my makeup, anything like that. And let me know if you would like a skincare video or anything similar, or makeup or something like that, and I will do that very soon for you. Yeah, thank you so much for watching.